Yo, Rain just dropped some bombs, huh? What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified, all that great stuff. But anyway, let's talk news right now. Did you guys see what Rain did? Did you see what they just did? They dropped some fire. Well, I guess half the stuff they dropped is fire. I don't know. We'll get into this now. Let's talk. So if you didn't hear, Rain just announced their new MK2 versions of their 72 mixer and their 12 controllers or turntable imitation machines or whatever the hell you want to call them. But I got to start with the 12s because I got to admit, I really think they hit a home run with this. Like, they got me so pumped up with this announcement. I am pumped. And I'll tell you why. I recently just put out a video about FaZe, and I was talking about how FaZe was phasing out. See what I did there? They're phasing out the DVS portion of their little controller. So essentially they're gonna hook up through HID mode, direct USB to the computer. They're not gonna use RCAs anymore. There's not gonna be any more control tone. And it's essentially just making them a controller at that point because you're gonna be running them in HID mode. And I'm just so against that. I like using turntables. That's all I use is turntables. I want that tone. I want the RCAs to be hooked up. I want the actual feel. I don't wanna use anything in HID mode. I would just use a controller at that point, right? Well, Rain is doing the opposite. They now added DVS to their 12s. This is insane to me for a million different reasons. I mean, they're literally doing the exact opposite of what FaZe is doing, which I really hope kind of pushes FaZe to kind of rethink what they're doing. You know, why would Rain add it? If there's not a demand, obviously there's a demand, so why are you taking it away, you know? And the fact that they have both, now you don't need a USB hub to use these 12s. If you're using the new MK2 12s, you can just hook them up RCA and use it with a DVS signal. Easy peasy, without having a hub or having to have the 72 mixer, which has the USB ports and all that stuff. Because that was a big problem I had. Anytime I went up to, you know, I had to use a 12, I'm like, holy shit, I need a hub. I don't really have a hub handy. I don't use hubs. I don't like hubs. I think they're sketchy. I'm sure there's good ones. You buy a good $100 one or whatever, but I don't know. I don't need them. I don't use hubs. So like whenever I come up to that situation, I'm like, does anybody got a hub I can borrow? And then I borrow somebody's hub and I'm just worried the whole time it's not going to work. But that's literally out the window. Now you can run it DVS. So smart. They also put their controls hidden underneath. I think that's $1 million idea. It makes everything much cleaner, much easier to run through furniture if you use furniture as a DJ. They also adjusted their start-stop so it feels more like a technique. That's supposed to be super legit. And then you have like, you know, the stuff that you have on there that you wouldn't have on a turntable. Like you can select a song, you know, you have that MIDI control there. You can search right on there. And everything else super accurate. I mean, I don't know, I'm pumped up. Like I never wanted a 12, but I'd buy a 12 now. Now that they can do DVS and it can hook up like they say, that works for me. That works for me. So mad props to Rain for everything they did with the 12. I think it's a must-needed upgrade. I think it's a fantastic idea. I don't think anybody saw it coming. I thought DVS was going away. I was just literally crying on camera a couple weeks ago, and now they're adding DVS to things. I mean, that makes me so happy. The culture's staying alive, man. It's staying alive. So shouts to Rain. You hit a home run with these. Real quick, we'll touch on your mixer. You didn't do much to it. I will say it's a super high quality mixer. I mean, it's built well. If you've ever seen it, the thing's a brick. You could throw it at somebody and take somebody's life. It's a lethal weapon. It probably weighs 100 pounds and it's like twice the size of the S9. It's huge. It's a monstrosity of a machine. It's dangerous. It's literally dangerous. Don't use it near a ledge or steps. If that shit falls down, you could take out human beings with this thing. I mean, it's just a monster. Audio quality is something that raised my eyebrows as well. Now they're running 24 bits at 96K, whereas like an S9 runs 24 bits at 48K. So that's kind of cool. They basically doubled the S9's audio quality. I bet you there's going to be a difference with the direct out audio quality of the new 72. So I think that's huge. And the new Mag 4 faders are smooth. I tried them out at NAMM. They feel really, really good. I like those faders a lot, way better than the 3s. I wasn't a huge fan of the 3. And they also changed a thing on the mixer where you can actually adjust your crossfader, like, you know, manually, like on the mixer instead of having to go in Eternal, which is like way easier. And, you know, that they should have did that regardless. And I guess the one other big advantage the 72 has over the S9 is you can use the MIDI pads individually, right? So if you click it over and go to your samples or your, you know, rolls or whatever, you know, the different options for your MIDI pads, it only controls one side at a time. So you can like roll this side but still hit your cue on this side. And I think that was a big design flaw with the S9 that they never kind of fixed. the fact that, like, you know, both of them work together, so you can't like isolate one channel, and that kind of messes me up. You know, it limits you on certain things you can do and stuff. So I think that's huge. I think that's really important. That's something Pioneer will obviously address if they ever come out with another S9 again. It's been years. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, overall, you know, I think Rane makes great stuff. I think the 72 is a great mixer. It's just a little too big, a little too cluttered, a little too complicated for my liking. I like the Rane 70 a lot. Like, I think the 70 is perfect for me. Like, I don't need all the extra stuff that the 72 has. But that's just me, and I'm not saying it's a bad mixer at all. It doesn't work with my workflow. That's all. I mean, the mixer's great. It's a fantastic mixer all day. So, like, if you're into Rane products, you love Rane products, and you already have a 72, or you're looking to get one and get the 12s, I mean, I think I'd highly recommend it. I think it's an awesome, awesome setup. I really do think they're hitting a home run. They're keeping the culture alive with adding DVS. I mean, it's huge stuff. I'm pumped up. So shouts to Rane. Seriously, thank you. Good job, Rane. Congratulations. Seriously. And by the way, if you guys are trying to make a move on these things, my friends at AGIProDJ.com legit have a whole wall of them in stock right now. Well, while supplies last, so it depends on when you're watching the video, but yeah, they got a shit ton of them, so check them out over there. But what do you guys think of this big announcement? Are you guys going to get them? Are you going to wait till like we're back to work a little more? Are you going to buy them up front? Or do you not like them at all? You're just going to kind of stick with what you got? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be answering all you guys very soon. And as always, thank you for watching the video. See you guys next one. Peace.